What's up, guys? Follow up. New topic, or not really a new topic, but I wanted to talk about what happens during the ages. So I spent the last hour and 20 minutes putting a presentation together, and it's all because of this one guy, Greg B. So, Greg B, thank you. You gave me a topic to talk about. Do you have any info on how it was like during the age of Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, Scorpio, Virgo, and Leo? Do you have any info on the symbolism of these ages? Can you please do a video on this topic? Thank you. This is the first time I've ever done a video off of a request, but I was totally up for it. Totally going to save this PowerPoint and share it with other people. Let's jump into it. The first slide you see right here is from my first book where I outline the ages. Okay. Notice I stop at Leo. Okay. That was done for a reason. Okay. So the age of Aquarius, let's define that. It's not December 12th. Let me change that. It's December 21st. So live action right here, guys. December 21st, 2012 to 2142. We're going to go backwards. Okay. What happens in the age of Aquarius? Well, let's start with the one world religion headquarters set to open next year, where they're looking to merge the religions. Okay, this is going to be in Jerusalem. They're going to try and open the third temple. They're going to sacrifice a perfect red heifer, as in the Bible, to open it. And they're going to try and merge the religions. Okay. And when you understand from my second book that the Catholic Church created Islam in order to get Jerusalem back from the Jews, and it just grew out of control and they couldn't control it anymore. And even to this day, the Pope will kiss the Quran. Google Pope John Paul kissing the Quran. It's a green book that they have. Okay. Green is the symbol of Venus, which goes back to Islam. Okay. Venus is also known as Lucifer. Everything is connected, guys. So what about the age of Pisces? Okay, because we all know everything that's going on nowadays, okay, and the stuff that I talk about. So we're not really going to talk about Aquarius. What happened in the age of Pisces? That was 2012 to 148 BC. There's a little town in Israel called Megiddo, which a third century, so this is from the 200s, guys, century church was found under another church. It's one of the oldest churches known to man. In the center of the floor is the mosaic of the two fish, Pisces. See, they knew that Jesus was the Piscean solar deity, okay? Megiddo is also the root of the word Armageddon, which is where the war on earth and the rapture is supposed to begin. Now, the Zodiac surrounds the Stufetta del Bebbiena, the people there. Not a lot of people know that too, but it's all open in plain sight, guys. What about the age of Aries? 2308 BC to 148 BC. Well, you have the Jewish people that come up. This is the age of Aries, the ram. So they come out with the Old Testament. Okay. They blow the ram's horn to the sky. Okay. Now, what you have to understand is that on the right, what I've shown you is this is a rabbi or someone who's high up in the temple. They blow bigger horns. Okay. The one on the left, that's what the kids blow. That's what the teenagers blow. That's what the kids who are in Hebrew school blow. They kind of make a game out of it because there's one where you say Tekiah Gadola. And what you do is you have to blow the horn as long as you can. Okay. So what you do is you get these little kids that blow, they can't blow that long, and then they stop and then they start again. So this goes on forever. It's a little thing that they do for the kids. But you have to think of it this way, basically. When you're blowing the ram's horn to the sky during the high holy days, there's different words that the rabbi on the right with the bigger horn would say, like Tekiah, Shavarim, Trua. Each one of those words coincides with a sound that you're supposed to make. Now, the sound of the horn, if you've never heard of it, it basically sounds like Morse code. There's different words that tell you what sound to make. Okay. So, but this is Aries worship, guys. This is purely Aries worship. Okay. Now, what about the age of Taurus? 4468 BC to 2308 BC. Well, you have hieroglyphs of the sun in the horns of the bull. That's on the left. Now look at this on the right. Now that we understand this, we understand some of the astrotheology. You'll see the Ankh, which predates the cross. That's actually where the cross comes from. Okay. You'll see the snake on the bottom to the right. The snake represents it's before the rod of Asclepius, basically, but it's the Kundalini, which goes back that far. It's the Caduceus that we see now. Okay, you see the beetles. Now, remember when I told you before that the zodiac has changed twice. The lion used to be the Sphinx, and the crab in Cancer used to be the beetle. So there you go. You see the bull there too. So it starts to make sense when you look at these hieroglyphs, when you start to understand the stories behind them. I just gave you 4 examples out of this. Okay. Now, the Sumerians during the age of Taurus. When did the Epic of Gilgamesh come out? So the Epic of Gilgamesh is an epic poem concerning, or very loosely based on, the historical king Gilgamesh, who ruled Sumerian Uruk, modern day Iraq, in 2700 BC. This is the oldest written story, period, anywhere known to exist. The oldest existing version of this poem dates to 2000 BC in Sumerian cuneiform. So the Bull of Heaven appears in the Epic of Gilgamesh. I do an astrotheology in the Epic of Gilgamesh. You have to scroll down in my videos to see it, but basically, after Gilgamesh upsets the goddess Ishtar, she convinces her father Anu to send the Bull of Heaven to destroy the crops and kill the people. The Bull of Heaven is Taurus. It's literally the Bull of Heaven. However, Gilgamesh and Enkidu kill the Bull of Heaven. The gods are angry that the Bull of Heaven has been killed. Why were the gods pissed off that the Bull of Heaven was killed? Well, the Epic of Gilgamesh tells a story of the age of Taurus, 2700 BC, with the king. It may have been written at that time, but the only surviving works that we actually have are in 2000 BC. Okay? So that's all we have. But that's into the age of Aries. So this symbolizes the end of Taurus and bringing us into the age of Aries. Okay? In the age of Aries, this is done by the Jews also when they tell the story in the first 5 books of Moses in Exodus of Moses and the golden calf. I've said this 100 times. Moses goes to the top to get the 10 commandments, okay, which the 10 commandments incidentally come from the 42 negative confessions of Mott, or also you could find 3 of them in chapter 125 of the Book of the Dead, okay. They're not original, the 10 commandments, but nonetheless, he's up there grabbing the 10 commandments. When he comes down, he sees them worshiping a golden calf. Well, they're the people of Aries, the ram. They're worshiping the gold sun in the calf, Taurus. They're worshiping the wrong time period. Okay. Similar thing happens in the Epic of Gilgamesh. They kill the Bull of Heaven because they're out of the age of Taurus and into the age of Aries. Same thing happens with the Jews. They're telling you the same metaphor over and over again. Okay. The end of age of Taurus, the beginning of Gemini. 6628 BC to 4468 BC. Well, what do we have from there? Well, we have the pyramids. Okay. The pyramids were made to line up with Orion's belt. Okay. Orion's belt actually sits directly between Taurus and Gemini in that firmament area that I've talked about, the firmament before. No religious artifacts are found from this time period. It's just too early. Okay. In order for well, let's just go into this. The age of Cancer, 8788 BC to 6288 BC. Nothing of significance found during this time period. Once we hit Gemini and Cancer, they're just buried too deep or too degraded. You would need a massive relic at this point to have survived. And unfortunately, we actually have a few in Leo. Okay, the age of Leo, 10,948 BC to 8788 BC. We have the Sphinx. The time frame fits with the melting of the last ice age period. If you look at the back of the Sphinx, it's smooth, not coarse as you would expect if sand smacked it for thousands of years. Well, why smooth? Well, the ice melted and the water flooded over the Sphinx for thousands of years, smoothing it out. How else do we know that it was built then? Well, look at this. The Sphinx would have literally been facing the constellation Leo, the age that they were in. It's a monolith for that. Okay, what else do we have from the age of Leo? We have Göbekli Tepe. Okay, this has been excavated. Now, this particular picture of Göbekli Tepe that I'm showing you was an astronomical observatory. Okay, they figured out that it was an astronomical observatory. So it's always tied into the stars, guys. Okay, it's around 12,000 years old. At around 12,000 years old, Göbekli Tepe in southeast Turkey has been billed as the world's oldest temple. It is many millennia older than Stonehenge or Egypt's Great Pyramids. Incidentally, Stonehenge is also a calendar. Okay, it's an ancient calendar that they used to use. They figured that out too. Or Egypt's Great Pyramids, built in the pre-pottery Neolithic period before writing or the wheel. This takes us back to the age of Leo. What will happen in the age of Capricorn, the goat, starting 4172? This is what you guys are all wondering. Okay, well, nothing's going to happen. They're not going to worship a goat. They're not going to because you know they basically kill off the previous sign and welcome in the new one. So Aquarius, the man, they're not going to have like a massive kill off of people and worship the goat. That's not what's going to happen, because the age of Aquarius is the golden age, where we're going to be enlightened and the people will wake up and we will ascend as a species together. This has been predicted for many thousands of years. This will come to a light. This is why the elites are shitting themselves right now, because they know their time is up. This is why so much anger is going towards Christianity, and it's being manipulated behind the scenes with the news and with all sorts of things coming along. It has to do with the fact that their time period is over. So now they get shit on and we move into the new era. Okay. Now, this is from my 8th book. This is what I start the 8th book by saying. Preface. The common position expressed by many astrologers sees the age of Aquarius as that time where humanity takes control of the earth and its own destiny as its rightful heritage, with the destiny of humanity being the revelation of truth and the expansion of consciousness, and that some people will experience mental enlightenment in advance of others and therefore be recognized as the new leaders of the world. Proponents of medieval astrology suggest that the Pisces world, where religion is the opiate of the masses, will be replaced in the Aquarian age by a world ruled by secretive, power-hungry elites seeking absolute power over others. That knowledge in the Aquarian age will only be valued for its ability to win wars. That knowledge and science will be abused, not industry and trade. And that the Aquarian age will be a dark age in which religion is considered offensive. Okay, and that's basically what we're talking about. So thanks, Greg, for the idea for the video. I hope you like it. I hope this explained a bunch of things. Just know that when you go back far enough, unless you have massive, I mean, they have to dig so far down. This is why a lot of the ancient stuff is found in caves, because they're left undisturbed. So they might find some stuff from the age of Gemini and Cancer. But as of right now, nothing. And the reason we know about Leo is because we have the Sphinx and we have Gobekli Tepe. Okay, so there's a ton of stuff there. And again, everything falls in line with astrology. So thanks for watching, guys. Please comment, because it really helps the algorithm when you comment, whether you like it or you hate it. If you leave me a negative comment, it still helps the algorithm. So just feel free to have at me. Talk to you soon.